listen, just because it is the World Cup doesn't mean there isn't any other Arsenal transfer news, and there is, and there's three players in particular that have sort of come to the surface within the past few days. One of them in particular was from a World Cup performance, and a few others out of nowhere. And we are going to get into them. There's three in particular: Bouaddi, Barcola, and Tzolis. We're going to start with Tzolis, and I'll be straight up honest with you. I don't know anything about this guy. I've seen what this guy's about, but one thing you do got to take with a pinch of salt is that when you're playing in these leagues, like the Belgian league, playing for Club Brugge, teams get a lot of space in behind. And listen, one thing that I will say about this guy, he has got a finish on him. He can take on his man. He looks alright. However, it's the Belgian league. And what I will say is that this same guy that scouted him for Arsenal, I'm not sure what his name is, alongside Berta, he's the same guy that scouted Kvaratskhelia for Napoli. So, based on them reports and them sort of track records, you can sort of hope that we maybe will get the same outcome. But it's hard to say, because, look, we do need a left winger. Let's not get it mistaken. Trossard, although he has come up with some vital moments for us, I do think he will be on his way out. He has been linked to Besiktas, and Gabriel Martinelli needs to go anyway. He did score some vital goals last season, but at the same time, we got to get up. We need to get some upgrades, and particularly in quality. Now, does Tzolis give us that sort of quality we need? From what I've seen, potentially, but it's hard to tell because I don't watch Club Brugge every single week. I don't watch Greece whenever they play. Maybe those of you who do watch either Greece or Club Brugge can let me know. And the one time I did watch Club Brugge was in the Champions League when they played us, and I can't really recall anything that Tzolis done in particular. And to be fair, that game was about almost a year ago anyway. But listen, that's one player I've got to do some more research on. One player that I've not really got to do a lot more research on is Bradley Barcola. And another left winger we're linked to. Other clubs, like I think Man United have had some sort of links to him. Liverpool has some links. And do you know what? I would rather him go there because I don't rate Barcola at all. I think even the Champions League final, when he should have scored a couple goals against us, the Champions League final against Inter, just times that I've watched PSG, I've not really seen the hype around him at all. To me, he is literally like Gabriel Martinelli in terms of all the pace, but no end product, and no football brain either. And to be fair, an even better comparison is the left-sided version of Noni Madueke. He can take on his man, he can beat his man, he can skin his man, but he can't finish and he can't pass. And when he gets to that final third, he has a brain fart. And you can't improve them type of players. It's more about temperament, it's more about decision making. And he isn't the oldest player by any means, but it'll be hard to improve guys like that, just like Madueke. And listen, if we go from Martinelli and Trossard to Barcola and Tzolis, although Tzolis may come good, I would rather have Martinelli and Trossard. And if you're going to get Barcola, I'd rather you keep Trossard. Because Trossard, although he's not been the best this season, I say more so since 2026, he has that vital moment. He's decisive in the final third. I really don't see the hype with Barcola. I don't want him at Arsenal. And if we do, we got to hope it works because, listen, to sign Madueke and Barcola in back-to-back windows, that's one thing on Berta's track record, which I'm not really a fan of at all. But one thing I am a fan of is the links to Bouaddi. I might have butchered his name badly, but this is a guy that we need. This is a guy that we missed since Thomas Partey and Jorginho were left. Well, Thomas Partey in particular. And obviously there's a whole controversy around that, but I'm talking on a footballing level. We have missed someone like Bouaddi. Now, Declan Rice, don't get me wrong, is quality, but Declan Rice's qualities are more off the ball. Zubimendi played alright at the start of the season, but he is a massive downgrade on Thomas Partey. And the qualities I'm talking about are being press resistant, forward thinking, got a pass on him. That is exactly what Bouaddi has. And although I watched about a half and a bit of him, I can safely say this guy, we need to sign this guy, or we need to sign someone of his profile, because part of the reason why we don't play the best football is down to Arteta, and to be fair, he's won a league, so fair play to him. But I do want to see their football improve next season. One reason is him. Another reason is that we have not got a midfielder up until the back end of last season when we had Lewis Skelly come in. No one wants to drive at players. No one wants to ping a pass full straight away. Bouaddi can do that. He's got a tackle on him. He's a destroyer. He's good on the ball. He can glide past a player easily, and that's no joke of a team either. That's Brazil, who've got some very good players. Although they're not the Brazil of old, they're still a decent team. We need someone like that. I'm not sure what the fee is because it hasn't really been reported as of yet. But listen, I saw enough in that game to go, yeah, sign this guy. But listen, hopefully Morocco have a decent campaign so I can actually watch more of him, because he was actually a joy to watch. But listen, it's still early days. It's only the 15th of June. We are going to get more news on transfers, but listen, there's one that I don't know about, there's one that I don't want, and there's one that I do want. So far, it's 1 in 3 in terms of our links, but there have been some more links. There's been links to Vinny Jr., which I thought were crazy. There's been links to some other random players I've never heard of. But listen, it's hard to say. But to be fair, we've got to focus on outgoers as well, because there are players that do have to go, in my opinion. Like I said, the wingers, Martinelli and Trossard. But to be fair, like I said, the players that are coming in, it'll be hard to tell whether that's an upgrade. But listen, we'll have to wait and see. Like, sub and share, do whatever you have to do, and I'll see you guys in a bit.